Now, there has been plenty of PS4 and PS5 aftermarket controllers on the market being described as having the same kind of controls and responses as the original PS4 and PS5 controllers. So looking for an aftermarket controller, we indeed spotted this wireless JOYSKY Power 8046 game controller. It is reasonably priced at £24, that's around 34 in US dollars. And because we have previously tested out the wired version to this controller, well, we thought we'd take a look at this wireless version and see how good it is. So inside the box, we have the controller itself that comes protected in simple bubble wrap packaging. My first impressions? Yep, it definitely does have a similar look to the original PS4 controller. It has a solid ABS plastic hard shell with rubber wrapped hand grips. Nice and grippy. It is specified as being compatible with Windows, PC, PS4, PS4 Pro, PS3, and we will be trying it on a PS5 console real soon too. Fingers crossed, let's hope it works. We also have the usual L1, L2, R1, L2 trigger buttons that actually don't feel too bad to be honest, and do actually feel quite durable. We do have the left and right joysticks with minimal rubber coating to the top of them, providing fairly average grip. Shifting to the right, we've got those action buttons. To the left, we've got the directional buttons, as well as the options button, share button, and the home button, which is central to the bottom. Now when it comes to that big touch control button, will it actually work or not? We will be testing it out real soon. We will say though that on the wide version, the touch control feature didn't work, it was just in fact a big physical type clickable button. To the front of this wireless controller though, we do have a micro USB charge port for charging, which a meter takes just a little under 2 hours for full recharge. But what's great about this wireless controller today is that we do have a 3.5mm audio port included too, which is great. Yes, that's all the features and all the buttons, and what we're going to do now is we're going to hook it up to our console just like so, and let's get gaming. After testing this JOYSKY power controller out over the entire day, I've got to say that the joysticks were fairly responsive, which is really surprising. That is providing that you turn that in-game sensitivity down, as the directional stick did indeed have a tendency for oversensitiveness, which is fairly noticeable, especially when you're zooming in, or for example if you're in sniper gameplay. Don't worry though, once it's all been fine-tuned with your game, it is surprisingly not too bad. The action buttons on the right feel very good, again with good response time, but the only thing I will say is that those L3 and R3 joysticks do take a toll on your thumbs after using this controller over a vast amount of time, and that's because of that minimal rubber grip. The L1, R2, R1, R2 triggers on the other hand almost felt the same and had the same response time as the original PS4 controller. The option button and the share button again have the exact same type of features as the original controller, but with that central touchpad to the top. I am pleased to say that it does indeed have touch sensitivity, which is not too bad. I wouldn't say it's as good as the PS4 controller, but it still does a pretty good job. So yes, this controller can be used with certain games where you need interactive touch. Overall, I've had a really good time using this controller today. For the price, it's not too bad, and I certainly can recommend it. And no, unfortunately, when you've got a dedicated PS5 game, such as Resident Evil Village, this controller will not work. If you want to use this controller on a PS5 console, you've got to use PS4 games, I'm afraid. Alright, so we've got a gaming headset plugged into this controller just now, and I've got to say that the audio quality is not too bad, just as good as the PS4 or PS5 controller in fact. Now this is the type of microphone quality pickup that you should expect, but unfortunately when I first plugged it into the controller, it did take some forcefulness just to push in the 3.5mm jack into that port just to enable it to work. So just a little note. The controller in hand felt real comfortable. Like I mentioned, those rubber grips at the top of those joysticks, not the best in the world, but it does indeed feel solidly built. Now, with regards to all the functions that were previously mentioned, you do also get a vibration mode, which works really fine actually. So you get the full controls that you would get with a PS4 controller in this aftermarket one. Everything's great, everything works fine. You can even dim this little LED light using the PS5 console, but unfortunately this doesn't have a speaker like the PS5 controller. But what would I really give this out of my rating out of 10? Well, within a budget price range, and being an aftermarket controller, I am certainly going to give this JOYSKY Power 8046 game controller a rating of 8 out of 10. So yes, I will definitely leave a link for this in the video description down below. You can go and check it out for yourselves. I'm not affiliated in any type of way, but if you do like what you see, well, why not go get yours? While you're there in that video description, please make sure to smash that like button. Please subscribe to this channel, making sure you hit that bell notification option so you guys stay updated on all our new uploads. Now we're going to be doing some more cool tech reviews coming in the next few days, so stay tuned for them. But as usual guys, please stay safe and thank you ever so much for watching. Peace!